I had to make a drastic decision if this was the school for me. Hi guys, welcome back. I'm so excited to be back. So I know I've been gone for a very long time, but today's video is all about my full kind of recap of my thoughts and reflections on my first year of college, as it is the end of August and I'm going back in 2 weeks. So this video is actually the start of this little series that I want to do before I go back to school, kind of talking about all the things that I've learned this year, academic, socially, and emotionally, and all those little things I wish I knew, things I didn't know, things I did know, my high school stats, all the things that I wasn't able to film because I suck at filming. So yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. And today we are just going to be getting into my full thoughts and feelings and how things changed. Just a quick little disclaimer before we get into the video. I know I haven't posted in a very short time. It's been around 3 months since my last vlog. I'm gonna do like a summer reflection video at the end of this series, and I'm going to be talking about my first year of college in review. But basically, I posted a prep last August. I will post it up in the cards above. It's really kind of cringy and whatever. I didn't really know what I was doing. But that was like my first video, and then I posted a partiality of college first semester review in around, I think it was beginning of January. I would go check out that video first because I'm going to be talking and referring to that video a lot. But this is kind of my synopsis in my first year of college, and then there are going to be different parts of this series where I go into the academics, all that stuff. This video is just a overall synopsis about the things that I went through my first year of college and the tips and tricks that I would give to you guys. So let's get started. So if you guys don't know, I go to the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. I am a pre-med major, majoring in biology specifically, and I am on the pre-med track to become a med student and in the future OBGYN. So I didn't really want to choose Michigan when I first decided that it's going to be my school. I've grown up in Michigan since I was 5 years old. This has been my city, my state. I know basically everything about Southeast Michigan, and I really wanted to go out of state for a very long time. My whole goal was to go to Texas and go to UT Austin, and that goal completely vanished when COVID hit. I just decided that I wanted to stay at home and be around my family, and I didn't know if U of M was going to be the school for me, or if I was going to go somewhere in Ohio or, you know, Chicago area. But I applied early action to U of M, and I also applied early action to one other school, but I really can't remember what school it was. I applied early action to U of M 2022, and I got in 2021. I applied early action. 2022, I got in, I think it was around January something. I don't remember the exact dates. I'll put them on the screen, like pictures, because I don't remember the exact dates. But I got in, early decision. I didn't get deferred. First time try, got into the school. I'm sorry for all the background noise. I'm filming right as this tribute. But yeah, I got into the school and I cried my eyes out because I had realized that this was the right decision for me. My dad's a huge Michigan fan. I'm the only one of my 3 siblings. I'm the youngest of 4 that's going to a big university. So I just knew that U of M was it. That was it. That was the end of it. So I got in, I automatically accepted my application. I deferred and denied all applications. I got into every school that I applied to, which was I think 9 or 10 colleges. Got scholarships for all of them and all that stuff. I will do a video about my stats, high school stats. I still need to get some of the like stuff from my schools. I've been trying to do that for a long time. But yeah, I got in and I just knew it was the right place for me. I knew this was what I wanted to do. I got into LSA. I'm in the undergrad, CSP. I'm in the comprehensive study program, which is basically for undergrad students that are coming from first generation or low income households, which I do come from, not first generation, you know, American or first generation college student. My parents, both of them did not graduate from college. So yeah, I got in and I decided to apply for LSA honors. I think in March of 2022 I applied to LSA honors and got into honors, so I'm an LSA honors student. And yeah, that was kind of the start of my Michigan journey. And then when August came around, I was in school. So at first, when I got to the school, I had the biggest culture shock of my whole entire life. I have been in the same group of people or been around the same school district since 4th grade, since I was 9 years old. For 9 whole years, I did not go anywhere else. I did not know anyone else. The new people came in, they had to learn. I knew everyone, everyone knew me. So it was such a weird situation going to a school where like there is thousands of people and I think I knew 2 people there. So, one of my best friends from high school went with me. We lived in the same building, but it was definitely a learning curve and experience. Ignore the cicada. A learning curve and experience having to figure out what the school was for me. The first week of welcome week was so overwhelming. Getting to know my roommate, getting to know all this stuff, moving and leaving family was just so hard. I wanted to go home so bad. Like the second day I was like, I'm over this shit. Like I want to go home. And then the first week of classes came around, which honestly, I think shocked me. Like it was electrotherapy, a lobotomy, freaking like era. It was so hard. The amount of material and shit they throw at you automatically the minute you get into there, ridiculous. I just didn't expect this to be like the way it was, and I felt like I had no learning time for me to understand that I don't have to do everything at once, and it was just chaotic. But the first semester of school went by really fast, and it hurt because going in senior year, I lost a lot of my friends. I lost a lot of connections that I've had since I was little. And I came to the school thinking these connections with other people would come around. But the thing that I think I had to learn the most was that these people don't know me and I don't know these people. I'm so used to everyone knowing who I am and everyone knowing at least one story about my life. And when I came to school, like I did not have that at all. And it was so hard having to learn that people are so different. Everyone comes from so many different specs of life that you don't expect to happen. But it was hard. It was hard making friends. It was hard making connections. It was hard finding out who I was, except for being the girl that everyone knew because of this happening in 7th grade, or because of this happening in 8th grade, or because of this person knowing me. It was hard just being me and being Sophia. And I went through a very, very dark period of time where I thought I made the wrong decision. And I think this is something that happens to a lot of freshmen, and people told me this happens a lot, but it felt so personal and it felt so like it was just me that I couldn't like listen to what they were saying. I couldn't hear this happens a lot. I couldn't feel this happened a lot because it felt like it was just me. And I had to make a drastic decision that this was the school for me. And there was a long period of this first semester where I thought this wasn't the school for me. And I talked to my counselors and I was considering transferring. And it hurt because I had worked so hard, and people work so hard to get into the school and to get a scholarship into the school and to, be in honors. And this school is such a highly world-renowned school. And I was giving up that opportunity just because I couldn't make friends. I felt betrayed by myself. I felt betrayed by just everything that I thought was going to happen. My high expectations just made me feel betrayed. And it took so long for me to understand that I was only there for 4 to 5 months the way that I was feeling this. And it's hard to build relationships, even if it's platonic, romantic, any type of relationship. It's hard to build in such a short period of time, and the amount of pressure that I was giving myself in that period of time was just simply not needed. And I just think I had no idea what the light that was. I came home after my first semester of finals and everything, and finals really, really freaking sucked for me. Like, it wasn't even funny how bad they were. I got the flu. I got the stomach flu right when finals came around, and I dealt with so much studying and so much anxiety just for me not to be able to take some of my finals. And after I got back home, it was a whole shebang. Yeah, the stomach flu knocked me out. So when I did get home, I was sick. And it wasn't like I went home and was like, oh, it's winter break. Like, I was dying. I couldn't eat, couldn't keep it down, sick. And I think it didn't help with my situation of feeling like the school just has bad curses over and over again. It's not the place for me to want to stay. But I came back from winter break and I had a very long talk with almost everyone in my family about if this is what I wanted to come back to, and I couldn't give up on it. I knew there was more out there. I knew that there had to be something else, and I simply could not give up on it. So I decided to stay. And sorry for the slight intermission, but I decided to stay at the school and decided to persuade and just keep on doing what I was doing. I came back after winter break and things kind of changed in a sense of I kind of gave up on caring about it. I kind of gave up on like the whole like making my lifelong best friend thing, and I genuinely think I have been my lifelong best friend. I love this girlfriend with her, and she's like the best thing that ever came out of this school. but I think things shifted. My classes that I was taking, I enjoyed them more. The things I was doing were things that I wanted to do and not that I felt pressured to do. Football season was over, so I had way more time on my hands to do whatever I wanted to do. And I just felt different. Like, things felt different, and they felt like they were going in the right direction. It did still take months of me, learning and understanding that, like, I need to do things in the right direction. But those months weren't as dreadful and scary and upsetting as they could have been. They were months of learning that I actually needed to take on. And so January through April, I left the end of April. I had my birthday, my 19th birthday. It was so much fun. And honestly, that whole 2 weeks before I left was honestly the pivot of everything. And it sucks because it's 2 weeks before I left, and I wanted to stay so bad. I was so happy, and it felt so good to be happy. And it felt just so amazing to have so much going on. Finals are coming up. There was a lot going on in my schools. The classes were easier. Things were more lenient. I had my birthday coming up. I had an amazing weekend. So much fucking fun. My family came up to see me for my birthday. There were so many events going on that I didn't know about were going on at the school. And I came home happy. I didn't get sick again. I think I'm just cursed when it comes to finals. I got sick again right before finals. It wasn't the summer flu. It was like a cold, and I was like actually sick. But I moved out and I came back home, and I've been home since the end of April. It's now the end of August, and I go back in 2 weeks. So what have I learned is the main thing of this whole story of ups and downs and probably me rambling. But I've learned that it might be different than what you're expecting. I think college is such a stereotypical, pivotal time for you as an adult, and a time that you break off from your family, you do stuff, you become an adult, you become independent, but you're still a kid, and I still felt like a kid when I was in college. A lot of things came up at once, a lot of emotions that I wasn't ready for, and I had to learn how to be ready for very, very fast. And it was hard. College is hard, not academically, not socially, but it's just hard. And it's hard, even though I was 45 minutes away from home, it's a whole new place that I had no idea what I was walking into. And it takes time, especially me being a Black, plus-sized, low-income, woman going to a school that's predominantly white, thinner, and high income. I experienced just a lot of differences in life, in a lot of different walks of life that I wasn't used to, and having to become my identity was so hard. And it was so hard to know what my identity was when it wasn't based off of other people, and it wasn't based off of me being the same person I've been for 8 years. If I can give advice to anyone going to a big university, small university, community college, anything like that, you have to give it time. Time is the only way that you will get through anything. It's the only way that you will get through anything, and it was absolutely the only way that I got through college, was giving myself time and understanding that things change, and they change really fast. And you're allowed to be upset. You're allowed to think the school's not for you. You're allowed to have nights of crying and saying, I'm going to transfer, and all these things. You're allowed to do it, but you're not allowed to get up for yourself. And I think this experience is really raw and emotional for a lot of people, because a lot of people go through it. And I documented a lot of things that I have deleted off my accounts, because I don't want to spread that message of not depression. Depression's real, mental health is real, but the message of giving up. And that's the message I held on my love for a very long time. This is not for me. I'm not smart enough for this. I'm not social enough for this. I'm not wealthy enough to be around these people. I'm not good enough to be around these people. That narrative is not needed for any type of person, no matter what type of walk of life you have, no matter what your beliefs are, or anything like that. You are enough for absolutely anything. In college, I promise you, does not define you. As much as high school, middle school, all those things do not define you. This is a transition period for me. I I'm almost 20 years old. I feel like I'm 5. But learning that I need to take each day. I mean, absolutely each second, each millisecond, each nanosecond of the day at once, and not focus so hard on the future is such the biggest thing. And giving myself time to adjust is so big. But I am so happy to say now that I love my school. I love where I'm going. I love the path I'm taking. And that path simply just needed time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hope you guys really resonated with what I was trying to say. There's going to be a lot of filming going on because I'm in a very creative mood. I'm definitely going to talk about kind of the academic side of everything. I'm going to try to do like a stats video and my senior stats, my high school stats, and my first year stats all second to one in the next video. But until then, make sure you guys follow me on TikTok, so I'm posting there so much. Follow me on Instagram for the same SophiaKelly.1. And make sure you guys subscribe because I'm so excited. I have a single this year. I'm going to be filming so much. And yeah, I definitely want to do some more sit down videos and stuff for vlog styles. I feel like I get really talkative and I enjoy these sort of videos, so I hope you guys do too. But until then, I will see you guys very, very soon. I pinky promise in 2 more weeks until we're back in Ann Arbor. So bye guys.